this area is holding. And to buy Bitcoin at 91K, if it can double, and I'm not going to say Camel's right. It's not necessarily him only saying this. It is true kind of on the pattern that when it does break out, a little bit of consolidation after new all-time highs, and then boom, it can really go much higher faster. 6-week period, potentially could double. So would we be happy at 91K, even if it dropped down to 86K? Probably yes. And so in my case, oops, don't need that. And I want to put that back on. Does this go back forward? There. So basically, those are my buy criteria. Come down the green box. But really, I mean, I'm not going to fully believe it until we're closing up above here. 108K and until this sell block goes away. This is a daily time frame. And so those are the macro things to watch. Notice I'm not looking at our signals at all right now. This is really what the bigger picture. We'll look at our signals in a minute for better timing. And trading view has become so robust, it's kind of tricky to make sure your clicks are counting. But since we're on this, on a weekly time frame, stochastics RSI is getting oversold, which is good. MACD a little bit coming down, shows more downside potentially. These are lagging indicators, so we can't rely on them too much. And this should be my monthly chart here, so I need to change that. That's why it looks different than usual, but that's also good. Now on the monthly time frame, yeah, it doesn't look so good. We have the RSI coming back down below this all-important 71 area. And sometimes you can do these kind of things. And so on a monthly time frame, now the thing is it's a lagging indicator, so we're not at the end of the month yet. And let's say we do drop down, also pointing toward a nice bounce off of that trend line and then push higher. So I don't think we push, we're in a waiting game next couple weeks. Everything's pointing towards cycle lows end of February. Ben was kind of saying maybe March, but he was just sort of speculating and spitballing. I think that, Camel's, I'll say we have a better read on it because I've been proposing the same on our other charts. And although we didn't get the big push up, I was expecting into March. These things have been extended out, with economy and Fed and new presidential administration. Damn near impossible to predict these things, you guys. We can say what I think is going to happen. I still maintain that timing window, give or take a month or two. Just know that, not because these things are tricky. With that here, let me go over to, let me put this on mute. I have some kind of an app that beeps every 2 seconds on my MacBook over there. And so no idea how to turn that off. All right, let's go to a daily chart. We'll revisit that later. I did want to get back to a weekly, ignore all of this noise here. Yeah, so, and then ICP, we'll get to ICP. Nice little buy block though. I think that's one. It's a 10x, you guys, with a tight stop loss. We'll get to that. There are some nice opportunities setting up, and these are the times to be buying when there's blood in the streets. And that may be the theme of the class. So on this weekly time frame, is there what's bullish here? We do have that 21-week EMA. Generally, that's a good litmus test. If we're holding above support, 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 we need that and want that to bounce off of it. On the weekly time frame, if we lose 91K, if we close below 90 or 90K, it's a tricky one because we have that 21-week EMA. But if we start to lose that for any reason, then likely we'll come down into the mid-range here, 84. Now, I don't know that we have that happen. The other thing that I think, one reason too, though, is that midpoint of the vector candle act as a magnet sometimes. And, so this is just me saying, I don't know. We don't know. We have to be careful and watch. So midpoint of the vector candle does act as a magnet. Now, on that note, how many of you are wondering if that coincides with the IBIT? Some of you are new. If I'm talking Chinese to you right now, and not to make a racial slur there, just if this is not making sense to you, I'll explain it. So the IBIT chart, this is a study we've been doing and looking at since the inception of the IBIT on the 4-hour time frame. Why, Brett? Why are we doing that? Glad you asked. So looking back, if you're familiar with CME gaps, they tend to act as magnets for price.